Clifford's First Valentine's Day by Norman Birdwell. Whee! That's me, Emily Elizabeth, playing with my friends and my big red dog, Clifford. We're excited because it's almost time for Valentine's Day. Guess who always gets the biggest Valentine? Because we love Clifford. Before Clifford grew up, he was a very small puppy. He had a lot of adventures when he was little. I'll never forget his first Valentine's Day. It all started a few days before the holiday. I was making Valentines for my mommy, Daddy, Grandma, and Grandpa. Clifford wanted to help. I gave him some paper. He had his own way of cutting out hearts. There he is, chewing a heart into the paper. In those days, we used white paste to stick decorations on our Valentines. Clifford liked the smell of the paste. He thought it would be good to eat. He was wrong. I had to wash out his mouth, but I didn't see the paste all over his paws. Uh-oh. What a sticky mess. After I had cleaned up my sticky red puppy, we finished the Valentines. Clifford liked the special card I made for Grandma. I wanted to mail it right away. We got ready to take the card to the post office. It was cold outside, but I made sure Clifford stayed warm. There he is in her pocket. They got their letter. When we got to the post office, I pulled down the door to the mail chute. There's Clifford up there looking in the mail chute. Uh-oh, Clifford lost his balance. He disappeared into the dark hole. So there goes Clifford down the mail chute. And came out in the basement mail room. He sank down under a ton of letters in the cart. The postal workers didn't see him. Poor Clifford. He struggled and struggled, trying to get out, but he just kept slipping deeper and deeper. So there he is, getting buried in all the letters. Mommy and I told the postmaster what had happened. He took us to the mailroom. He said we could look for our puppy there. How would we ever find Clifford? So there's all the mail carts, and I don't see a puppy in any of them. He's got to be in one of those. Suddenly, we heard a sound. Urf, urf, urf. The mail was barking. We dug into the letters as fast as we could. Clifford was glad to see us, and we were glad to have him back. On Valentine's Day, I got a lot of cards. I loved the one that Grandma sent me. But the best Valentine of all was from Clifford. He will always be my favorite Valentine. All right, so we're going to make a craft, and it's going to be a Clifford made out of hearts. So it's sort of a replica of Clifford. So the first thing that you need is some pieces of colored paper. So you're going to need a red piece of paper for his face, pink paper for his ears, and some black paper for his nose, and then either white or some little eyes if you have them at home. So an easy way to make Clifford's face, because he's mostly made out of hearts, is to take a piece of red paper, fold it in half, and then just cut half of your heart. So you'll take your scissors and you'll cut half of a heart. If you want to draw it first, you can. So this will be his face. So when you unfold it, you get a nice even heart instead of trying to cut it single paper and try to make it even. So there's his face. Now we'll do his ears. So the same thing, you use a pink piece of paper, fold it in half, And we're gonna cut another heart, but it's gonna be a skinny heart and a little bit round at the end. And then when we unfold it, we'll cut it in half to make his ears. So it doesn't really matter what this heart looks like at the bottom. It could be pointed or not. It's going to be tucked in behind his head. So what I did is I just took that, unfolded it, cut it in half. So we will glue each of those on the top for his ears. Just need a little line of glue on the sides for that. You can have them sticking out higher if you want. On my other one I have them a little more rounded, so they're sticking out a little farther. And then for Clifford's nose, I just have a piece of black scrap construction paper, and I again folded it in half. And I cut another heart, just a half a heart. And then when you unfold it, that will be his nose. So we're going to glue that on. Okay, so now we're at that point. For Clifford's tongue, I just have a piece of scrap pink, and I did not cut a heart. I just cut an oval shape out, and it really doesn't matter what shape it is. Everybody's tongue is a different shape. Just tuck that at the bottom. All right, and then for the eyes, you can do a couple different things. You can cut out some more hearts for his eyes and put them on there. If you have little googly eyes at home, you can do that. So I have some of those. So I'm going to stick those on. You can put some hearts behind his eyes to make them look special. You can use different sized eyes if you want. And then in the example that I saw, they used some markers and they did some decorations in his ears. They put some hearts. So you can put some polka dots or some decorations in Clifford's ears. So there's my finished Clifford.